The Michelin Pilot Sport 5 costs twice as much, but the Linglong Sport Master actually beats it in wet braking. So is this China tyre that finally challenges Michelin? Or there's a hidden catch? This is the Michelin Pilot Sport 5 versus the Linglong Sport Master. The results are from the 2026 Auto-Build Summer Tyre Test. We start in the wet, and this is where Linglong immediately shocks the test. The Michelin Pilot Sport 5 stops in 43.3 meters, while the Linglong Sport Master stops in 39.3 meters. That means Linglong stops 4 meters shorter, giving it a huge 10% advantage in wet braking. This is not a small gap. For a tyre that costs half the price, this is a very serious statement. But in wet handling, Michelin stays right there. Michelin averages 82.7 km per hour, while the Linglong averages 82.4 km per hour. That is effectively equal. Subjective wet handling is also equal, with both tyres scoring 8 out of 10. In straight line aquaplaning, Linglong is slightly better again. It reaches 92.8 km per hour slipping speed compared to Michelin's 92 km per hour. So in the wet, Linglong is not just competitive, it actually wins the most important wet category, braking. On dry roads, the story changes. In dry braking, Linglong still looks strong. It stops 33.9 meters, while Michelin need 34.4 meters. That gives Linglong a tiny 1% advantage. But dry handling is where Michelin starts to show its premium DNA. Michelin averages 101.3 km per hour, while Linglong only managed 99.3 km per hour. That gives Michelin a 2% advantage. But the biggest difference is not the lap speed, it's the subjective dry handling score. Michelin scores a perfect 10 out of 10, while Linglong only scores 6 out of 10. That's a massive 20% advantage for Michelin in dry handling field. That means Linglong may stop well, but when you push the tyre hard, Michelin feels much sharper, more precise, and more confidence-inspiring. Now, let's get to the biggest catch. Mileage. The Michelin Pilot Sport 5 lasts 59,670 km, while the Linglong Sport Master lasted 35,570 km. That means Michelin delivers 24,100 km more mileage, giving it a massive 40% advantage. And abrasion tells the same story. Michelin loses 1,353 grams of rubber, while Linglong loses massively 2,022 grams. So Linglong sheds 669 grams more rubber, giving Michelin a strong 33% advantage in abrasion. This is where premium tyre fights back hard. Linglong may be cheap upfront, but Michelin is clearly the stronger long-term tyre. For comfort, both tyres are equal. Michelin scores 7.3, while Linglong also scores 7.3. So comfort is a draw. But in exterior noise, Linglong wins. Michelin records a 74.3 decibel. Linglong records a 72.4 decibel. That makes Linglong 1.9 decibel quieter, or around 3% better. So for noise and comfort, Linglong does surprisingly well. Rolling resistance is another area where Michelin clearly wins. Michelin recorded a 7.97 coefficient value, while Linglong recorded a much higher 9.15 coefficient value. That means Linglong has higher rolling resistance, giving Michelin a 13% advantage in efficiency. So Michelin should be the better tyre for lower energy loss, better fuel economy, and better long-distance efficiency. Now, we get on to the reason why this comparison is so interesting. In the size 245/45 R19, the Michelin Pilot Sport 5 costs 218 euros, while the Linglong Sport Master costs only 109 euros. That makes Linglong exactly half the price. Or put it another way, you can buy 2 Linglongs for the price of 1 Michelin. This is why this tyre cannot be ignored. In summary, from my tyre expert point of view, the Linglong Sport Master is seriously impressive. For half the price, it beats the Michelin Pilot Sport 5 in wet braking, slightly wins in dry braking, performs very close in wet handling, is quieter, and have a massive price advantage. This is not normal for a budget tyre. This is a real warning shot from China. But there's a catch. The Michelin Pilot Sport 5 still feels like the more complete premium tyre. It has much better dry handling feel, better dry handling speed, much stronger mileage, lower abrasion, and better rolling resistance. So the Linglong is not simply better than Michelin, it is more complicated than that.
Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.